Saints rookie quarterback Tyler Shough just made his first NFL start, and it didn't really go probably how he would have wanted.
Oh, shucks.
Saints lost 34-10. It wasn't great. And what would you know? The Saints changed quarterbacks, and yet nothing necessarily changed. I wonder why that is. Oh, that's right, because the Saints roster is just dog shit all around it. It isn't necessarily just a quarterback thing. The Saints defense was getting their backs cracked and arched, just like Brandon Staley has been basically throughout most of the season. Chase Young looked good, at least, but the DBs were getting cooked. Matthew Stafford was stat padding out there on them because that's just what he does, and the Saints are the team to do that against. And the Saints just absolutely showed no resilience, and the Saints are just getting worse every single week and not better, and that is bad on the coaching staff and Kellen, who I'm starting to have a lot of questions about. We're going to dive into the Saints loss versus the Rams, Tyler Shough's first start in today's video. Please like and subscribe. Being a Saints fan is tough, but we got each other, and you can help me out by subscribing. We're trying to get to 15K by the end of the year. We're almost there, but I need your help. With all that being said, let's dive into this. Tyler Shough just played his first NFL game as the Saints starting quarterback and got his first NFL start. And my general idea or my general thoughts about it is that it was okay, I guess. There were some decent moments, like some nice passes he had to Chris Olave and Shough downfield on some outbreaking routes. But then there was also some not so great moments from him. But in the end, it's kind of hard to evaluate him when he basically only played about 15 minutes of football while the defense was on the field for 45 minutes. Just pulling up some of the stats from Sunday's loss to the Rams. 15 of 24, 176 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick, 1 sack. Not necessarily a horrible stat line, but I'll say this. I thought he was going to go downfield a little bit more. He missed the connection to Shough down the field, which I thought he would have been able to hit on. And what would you know? People were giving Rattler some crap for not going downfield on 3rd and longs, and then Tyler Shough gets in there, and it's the same thing. Hell, we were at 3rd and 2, and Tyler Shough didn't throw the ball past the sticks. Maybe it's not a quarterback thing. Maybe it is a quarterback thing. I don't necessarily know. But the same issues that were there for Spencer Rattler looked to be the same issues there for Tyler Shough. And yes, I get it. It was his first start. He needs to develop. But at the same damn time, the dude is 26. Like, he doesn't have time to develop. He's supposed to be good. How he is right now as a 26-year-old quarterback. And I don't necessarily know if that's the case. And he needs development. And he needs reps. And he needs to play games. But if you're 26, like, you should have it more figured out than a 22-year-old rookie would. And I don't necessarily think that's the case. Rushing, 57 rushing yards. And the Saints didn't have a single running back run for a play over 5 yards. 3 yards and 4 yards. Devin Neal, I thought, ran the ball way better than Alvin Kamara, who, by the way, AK-41 plays like he's 41. And shout out to whoever left that comment in the live stream. Sorry I took your joke. I don't remember your name. Taysom Hill, 4 carries for 30 yards, and one of them went for 29 yards. That means he had 3 other carries that went basically nowhere. Receiving, Shough 68 yards, decent stats. Olave 57, Juwan 31 with 1 touchdown. To me, Shough and Olave basically had the same amount of yards as they would have with Rattler, but they got there with less catches, and I think that was expected. Shough did a little bit more downfield attacking. It was a little bit more aggressive, even though I think it wasn't as aggressive as I would have expected. Defensively, it was just all ass everywhere. Before we get into more negatives, why don't we just look at some of the positives I want to look at from Tyler Shough's game? Because I do think that there was positives to look at, but obviously not enough positives. Tyler Shough led a pretty good 2-minute drive at the end of the first half, but then again, people can point out that it was a 2-minute drive and the Rams were playing 2-minute prevent defense, and that's why it looked good. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there weren't good moments in there. And he finished that 2-minute drive off by throwing his first NFL touchdown to his college teammate back in 2019, Juwan Johnson. Here it was, felt some pressure, threw it, and found Juwan Johnson nice. Juwan Johnson caught the football. What a miracle that was. Did a good job reading the field, cut back inside, and found a way into the end zone with 7 seconds left. Tyler Shough did a good job leading a 2-minute drive downfield and getting the Saints' only touchdown of the game. And the way they got down there in that 2-minute drill so quickly was this really nice pass from Shough to Chris Olave on the run. It was 3rd and 2. He felt some pressure coming on the edges, stepped up into the pocket, was on the scramble drill, could have hit Shaheed over there, could hit AK on the check down, but went downfield and found Chris Olave in this open zone between 3 guys to get them downfield. This was a really nice connection to set up that touchdown to Juwan Johnson. And then he had some other really nice passes, like he had a really nice pass to Chris Olave on the outside, had a really nice pass to Shaheed as well, getting them down the field. There are some good moments in this game from Tyler Shough, but it wasn't all positives, and that is 100% true. But again, it's hard to evaluate Tyler Shough when they had 16 minutes of possession of the football while the Rams had 44 minutes in time of possession. And it's also hard to evaluate your quarterback when you're in 4th and 1 and you choose to take him off the field and put Taysom Hill in there. Like, what's the point of doing that? You're trying to learn about Tyler Shough, get him experience and playing time, and yet you're choosing to do the Taysom Hill gimmick in the big 2025, and that shit still didn't work. It worked one time. Honestly, after this game, there's no one else I'm down more on than Kellen more. The running game, absolute joke. Devin Neal only got 3 carries. They can't run the football effectively. They just absolutely cannot. How about managing the game? That stupid challenge they had when Matthew Stafford was obviously down. How about not getting Devon Vele involved on 3rd and shorts? I saw Taysom Hill out at wide receiver more than Devon Vele. Like, what are we doing here? And again, taking Tyler Shough off the field to put in Taysom Hill when Tyler Shough needs development and reps and experience, like, that just does not add up to me, especially on that one drive when he got them literally down the field in 2 plays. Then you run 2 stupid run plays and then you take him off the field. That just simply doesn't add up to me. And how about Kellen Moore choosing to receive the football first to start off the game just to go 3 and out? If you're going to choose to receive the football first, you might want to have a better game plan than 2 runs up the middle and a quick slant that doesn't even go past the sticks to get a first down. But there were negatives in this game, no doubt about it, like Tyler Shough throwing this interception at the end of the game. 4th down and 4, Shough getting ready to throw it. Looks like he has Taysom Hill right here. I can't see if there's a defender, but Taysom's Hill is right here open for a first down. Doesn't throw it. I'm assuming there is a guy in coverage right there. Steps up. Just throws a bad pass. It was 4th down. You're trying to make a throw, obviously, trying to do something, but it wasn't a good read, even from the other angle. Just trying to do something. He definitely could have hit Taysom Hill right here, no doubt about it. And Shaheed's over there getting bullied. Or is that Chris Olave? Who is that up here getting bitched on the at receiver? Is that Chris Olave getting bitched up there? Yep, that's Chris Olave. This is the play I was talking about when they took Tyler Shough off the field to run the Taysom Hill gimmick. Just leave Tyler Shough on the field and let him get some experience and get some reps and throw the football a little bit more. I don't understand it. A lot of people didn't. The play calling in this game from Kellen Moore was absolutely horrible. Didn't get the running backs involved. And it just, all of it isn't working. Whatever Kellen Moore is trying to do the opposite, because they're dead last in almost everything offensively. And then there are some other bad moments in this game from Tyler Shough, like this miscommunication from Alvin Kamara, throwing this pass short of the sticks on 3rd and 2, and he just did not handle pressure very well when he was under pressure. So honestly, this is what I was expecting. I was expecting there to be some decent moments from him and also some pretty bad moments, and that's what we got from Tyler Shough. It's just hard to see more of it when you only get to see it for 15 minutes. Changing the quarterback didn't change the results or anything, because the supporting cast and team in general is just complete dog shit. Alvin Kamara fumbles the football when the offense had something going. This is the guy you're supposed to rely on, and he's not reliable. Alvin Kamara said he's going to drink pina coladas if he got traded. Man, it's maybe time to go drink pina coladas to retire, if I'm being honest. AK Saints legend, but he's washed, man. He's cooked. So yeah, offense wasn't great. Tyler Shough was mid, I guess. I don't even know how to describe his game. Running game sucked. Offensive line didn't have their best game. Receivers were fine. Juwan Johnson dropped the pass per usual. Kellen Moore, this is the worst I've felt about Kellen Moore in a long time, maybe ever. And I got questions about him. They're 1-8. The Saints started the season off good. Like, they were losing, but they were competitive losses. They were in these games. And then the past few weeks is just like been a complete disaster. It's getting worse and it's not getting better. And that's where my concern comes in. When Dan Campbell was the Lions coach, It started off really bad, but then things started to get better. Things are going the opposite direction for the Saints, and that's not great. And now going over to the other side of the ball, it didn't get much better either. The Rams just absolutely cooked the Saints and bent the Saints defense back and clapped them all game long. Stafford, 24 of 32, 281 yards and 4 touchdowns. Took 2 sacks. Chase Young had a good game. Rushing, 43 runs for 171 yards and a touchdown. Absolutely insane. Receiving, Puka Nacua cooked us all day long. Devontae Adams was getting our asses. I don't even know who Terrence Ferguson is, but he got us a few times. And this is their defensive stats. Just not a great day for the Saints defense in general. The Rams offense was cooking us. Here's a play that Tyler Shough got sacked on. Dealing with pressure. His biggest knock was dealing with pressure coming out of college. And what do you know? Get to the pros. And he can't handle pressure very well. To be fair, there's probably like no one open downfield. Like absolutely no one. But it just looked like he was panicking a little bit at times when there's pressure in his face. Another good play by the Rams. This is the most obvious pass to Devontae Adams ever, and Alontae Taylor just absolutely got cooked on it. Watch Alontae Taylor just get absolutely cooked on this play. It was such an obvious slant to Devontae Adams. Everyone saw it coming. This play, Kool-Aid may have let it up, but I'm not mad at Kool-Aid for getting burnt on this. One, because this is an insane touchdown pass from Stafford. Two, it's a crazy catch from Puka. But three, if you look at this, he's in position. He has good coverage. He just doesn't turn his head. He doesn't make a play on the ball. Doesn't push Puka out. The coverage was good. It was the finishing the play, knocking it out. Perfect pass. This is not a play, though, I'm going to get on Kool-Aid's ass about letting up a touchdown. But that's just an absolute dot from Matthew Stafford. Now, this is a play I'm going to get on Kool-Aid's ass about. Fade route at the bottom. Kool-Aid played these well last week versus Tampa. This week, not so much. Just doesn't play it well, and it was a touchdown for the Rams. The Rams were literally just playing with their food before they killed it, which was the Saints. And to make things worse, even when the Saints tried to blitz and put pressure on Matthew Stafford, he only had 3 incompletions versus the blitz, and then he had 4 touchdowns versus the blitz. Just the Saints just got shit on today. That's the best explanation of this game. This play best represents what happened to the Saints today. It was flagged, but this play describes perfectly what it feels like to be a Saints fan in the big 2025. Boom, big hit. Boom, big hit. Boom, big hit. That's what it feels like to be a Saints fan in the big 2025. The good news here, though, for the Saints is that they currently have the #1 pick in the draft. The bad news is there's no generational prospects at quarterback or edge rusher for them to draft, although I do like Fernando Mendoza and Ruben Bain. But yeah, another disastrous game for the Saints. They get their ass whipped by the Rams and go on to 1-8. So let me know your thoughts on Tyler Shough's first game down in the comments below. Thoughts on Kellen Moore, thoughts on anything. Make sure to like, subscribe, help support the channel, help us get to 15K. I'm Kaj, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one.